jump right in. Cool, so I don't have to introduce myself because you guys know me. So thanks for joining, and yes, I will teach Mondays at 6 p.m. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So this will be recorded. These can be found on YouTube if you're ever interested to go back and check out some previous videos. All right, are we all muted? Cool. Let's go ahead and start in a comfortable seated position. If you'd like to sit on a pillow or a yoga block, that can sometimes feel nice on the hips and your knees. So like always, we will begin class by anchoring down and just allowing ourselves to settle. Allow this to, be time for you to slow down. So we'll practice for 45 minutes, and maybe a goal of yours can be to keep this sense of peace and ease throughout the practice, and maybe even throughout the rest of your night. So maybe your eyes are closed, or they are staring at a point on the floor or the tip of your nose. And just begin breathing here. So allow everything to feel light. So the fingertips, the muscles of the face, and allow yourself to just relax. And we'll begin breathing. So a nice big deep inhale through your nose. Long exhale out through your mouth. Go ahead and do that a few more times. Your breath, your pace. So this is never a race, and if you feel good, there's no, right or wrong way to do it. So any mindful breathing that feels good to you. And then we can challenge ourselves. See if you can take an inhale for a count of 4. Hold it at the top for a count of 3 or 4. Longer exhale out, maybe a count of 6. Slow exhale out through the mouth. And so that can be a little tricky, like really slowing down. So if you'd like, try that again. Long exhale out through the mouth. And one more time here, deep, full breath in. And long exhale out, let it go. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open them up and just take some nice circles with the upper body. So allow your elbows to be soft. The grip on the fingertips is soft as well. Maybe you drop your chin towards your chest a bit so you get a nice opening through the back of your neck. And we're just moving and feeling, rocking from side to side. All right, when that feels good, find your way back to center. And hug your shoulders up to your ears. And then as you slowly exhale, let them gently melt down your back. 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders up. And exhale, let them go. Awesome, 1 more time. Inhale, lift your shoulders. And exhale, roll them down the back. Bring your right hand to the floor. We'll do a lateral stretch from side to side. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, reach over towards your right. Awesome, with a nice exhale, maybe you can stretch a bit deeper. Really reach and lengthen through your left fingertips, and notice how it kind of brings some length maybe between the top of your hip bone and the rib cage. And find your way back towards center, and we'll switch sides. So let your breath help you in the practice. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, reach to your left. Option to drop the forearm to the floor. Another deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Come on, back up through center. We're going to hug your right knee in. So use your hands and grab a hold of the bottom of your right foot and the right knee. So this can help just warm up your hip. So to go a bit deeper in this, you can actually wrap your shin kind of in your hands and interlace your fingertips. And do your best to, you can lengthen the spine upwards. So if you find yourself kind of curling and caving in, notice if with the inhale, can you lengthen so the sternum lifts a bit towards the ceiling. You can stay still or gently rock from side to side. And we're going to extend our left leg out. So maybe drop the right hand on the floor and extend the left leg out. From here, drop your right leg up and over the left. We're going to take a twist over towards your right. So inhale, reach your left arm up, get tall, lengthen, let this right hand on the floor support you. As you exhale, twist. Your left elbow is hooking on your right knee. And pay attention to the gaze. So as the gaze starts to creep almost around your right shoulder, the body follows the gaze. So know that as you practice, maybe just shifting the gaze slightly can bring you deeper into a pose. And on your next exhale, come back through center and just keep going over and just take a twist to the opposite side. And then we'll slide our way right into a seated tree. So bring the right foot on the ground. So your right foot up against your left thigh. We're going to reach for the left toes. Inhale to reach up. Exhale and reach. I like flexing my left foot to get a nice stretch through my leg, so my hamstring and calf of the left leg. So even in this fold, I'm hugging my belly button towards my spine, and I'm really letting my chest just surrender down towards my left knee. Sit down. Stay there for another breath. Lovely, and go ahead and lift yourself back up. And we'll go to the other side. So use your hands, grab a hold of your foot and your knee. And maybe rock from side to side. And you can stay here or wrap your shin up in your arms by interlacing your fingertips. And even here, using some of your core, hugging that belly button towards your spine to keep the spine lengthening up. So my collarbone is wide, shoulders are a little rolled back. And we're breathing. Okay, let's kick this right leg out. So if you'd like to drop your left fingertips for some support, extend your right foot out on the floor. Drop your left knee up and over your right leg. And let's go ahead and take a twist. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, twist. So bringing your right elbow to your left knee. Notice the gaze. So notice your gaze, and even notice on an exhale if you just have a tiny opportunity to twist just a bit deeper. But of course, know your limits and know where anything starts to feel painful. Definitely come out of it. Slowly come back through center and just float to the other side. Inhale, bring some length into the upper body. Exhale, twist. Both my fingertips are on the ground, supporting me in a nice twist to the right. This dog can't make up his darn mind. Let's come into a tree pose. So bring the sole of the left foot to your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale and reach. So in these fold-in poses, I like to have the heart lead the way. And if your hands are not reaching your foot, know that the fingertips can just stay on the floor to support you. Maybe on an exhale, you can release and let go somewhere just a little bit more to let the upper body fold a bit closer down towards the right leg. Lovely. Lift yourself back up. And we'll go ahead and sit crisscross. All right, stand up nice and tall. Go ahead, inhale, reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. I'm going to interlace our fingertips and exhale as you flip your palms up towards the ceiling. It's okay. Awesome. Stay here for another moment. Maybe shake out from side to side. Take another. Sorry about the dog. Exhale. Press your palms forward, tuck your chin, and feel a nice rounding motion in the spine. Okay, 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen up. Press the palms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, round in your spine, tuck the chin. And again, inhale, press the palms up. And exhale, palms press forward. So we're warming up the spine here. This is kind of like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, press the palms up. Exhale, bend your elbows and let the hands cup the base of your skull. Let your elbows, if it feels okay, open up a bit behind you. So for anyone who's kind of like on a computer a lot, typing, this can be a great opening for these pec muscles. If you want, start lifting your chin up a bit towards the ceiling, and getting a nice stretch through the front of the body. And exhale, let it go. Arms come down. Let's go ahead and come into tabletop. Go ahead, lay down, please. Move around a bit in your tabletop. Lay down, please. So the wrists are stacked under the shoulders. And the knees are right under the hip. And remember to stay soft here. So stay soft through your elbows, soft through the hip. We want to protect our neck in any sort of like plank pose or halfway lift pose or tabletop. So we want the back of the neck to stay long. So keeping your gaze just down between the 2 hands in your tabletop. Go ahead and just move your hips from side to side. And let's just jump right into a quick balancing pose. So lift your right leg up, flex your right foot, and engage. So engage the quadricep, really taking out through your back, right heel, and engage the core. So whatever is on the ground right now, really press down into it. And if you'd like, feel free to lift your left hand and reach it forward. Now you can envision a straight line of energy through the ring finger on your left hand, all the way through the arm, through the back, through the glute, all the way kicking up to the back of that right heel for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down to the top. So lots of engagement there just in the tabletop. Kind of by the look of it, it might look like it is easy and simple, but there's a lot going on there. So to the other side. Keep your left foot back behind you. And the left foot doesn't, the left leg doesn't have to be all the way up. So you can keep it right in line with the glute. Flex your left foot so you're kicking out through that heel. And now engage your core. Press the mat away from you. And if you'd like, reach your right arm forward so you've got thumb up towards the ceiling. And now go ahead and really pay attention to the ring finger on your right hand. As you inhale, can you lengthen just a bit more? Take a breath in. We'll hold for 3, keep breathing, 2, And one, let it go to the top. Okay, let's go into child's pose. So separate your knees a little bit, flip onto the tops of your feet. If it feels okay, the big toes can come to touch or the you can kind of stack foot over foot, and find something restful to do with your forehead. So it's either on the ground, on a pillow, it is connected to something. So if you're not reaching the floor, let it rest gently on the hands. So in child's pose, you're softening. So soften through your hips, you can sink with your heels, relax the shoulders. Let the breath be nice and easy. And really let your heart drop down towards the mat. Child's pose is such a lovely pose. It's always a great home base if you're ever feeling overwhelmed or want to take a break in any yoga class. That's a great pose to come back to. All right. Find your way, we'll come back to tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to slide our right leg forward between your two hands. So we have options here. If you would like to tuck the back toes and lift your back knee up off the mat, you can do that. We're going to come into the twist that we usually do. So left hand stays on the mat. Big inhale, twist your right arm up. So back knee can always stay dropped down on the mat. Exhale, lower your right hand down and go to the other side. So really connect to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. All right. To the other side, inhale. Exhale, release. And big inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, let it go. If the back knee is lifted, go ahead and drop that. Shift back to your runner's stretch. So send your hips to the back edge of the mat. Work on straightening through your right leg. Again, right toes towards the face. Really get quite the stretch in the right calf and hamstring. If you're feeling too much, kind of lift more in the upper body and bring a bend to your right knee. For a deeper stretch, let the heart lead the way and start folding the upper body towards the right toes over the right knee. Protect the neck. Don't be looking up at the ceiling. Go ahead and release the neck. Okay. Place your right foot down on the floor. We're going to come into we're going to stand up. Tuck the back toes under and anchor down the back foot. So we are now folding over our right side. So we're working on both legs being straight. My left foot is anchored down and your left toes are pointed up at the top left-hand corner of the mat. Fold over your right torso, your right thigh. I think that must be too. And let go in the head and neck. So a nice fold. Again, another stretch through the right hamstring. From here, we'll shift into a modified airplane pose. So for airplane, we are going to shift the body weight onto the right foot. Both hands stay down on the floor to start. Lift this your back leg. So just like we were in tabletop, this is the back heel, the left foot. And we're trying to kind of have a flat spine. So we're using our core. Have a soft bend through your right knee, and for more of a challenge, you can start to lift the arms. Fingertips reach back behind you. Relax through your shoulders. Use your core, engage the legs. And on the next exhale, lower the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Both feet down on the floor. Bend your knees. If you'd like, interlace the hands at the low back, squeeze your palms together and let your knuckles start to drop forward right over your head. It's a great opening for the shoulders. Exhale, let it go. Lower your hands down and step back to your tabletop. Then we'll go to the other side. So bring your left foot forward between the two hands. The left toes are facing directly forward, and make sure your left ankle is right underneath the left knee. So from here, option to lift your back knee. We'll take our twist here. So we'll start, leave your right hand down on the mat. Take a breath in, twist, and reach the left arm up. And then let your breath carry you. So on the exhale, lower back down. And on the inhale, go to the other side. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweep up. There's no right or wrong pace, so it's whatever your breath is. Stand in from our high lunge. Drop your back knee and slide your hips back, runner stretch. We'll get ready to come into that standing pose. I'm just going to call it a wide pyramid pose. So bring your left foot to the floor. We want to lift our hips up, ground your right heel and foot down. Your right toe should be pointing up towards the top right hand corner of the mat. And if your right hip is sort of feeling open, use the core, hug the belly button in towards the spine. Really press down in the feet and fold the torso over the left side. Relax the head and neck. If it doesn't feel okay, bend your knees a bit or shorten your stance. And we will prepare for modified your plane. Before we go anywhere, really press down in the left foot, then heel and the mound of the big toe. Engage the core, press through this foot that's connected to the floor and lift the right leg up. Use your core, you want the right hip and left hip to stay even, so if that right hip is feeling open, you can have both hips going squeezing down to the floor. Let the chest lift. If you'd like to challenge yourself, lift the fingertips up. Push them back behind you. Let the shoulders kind of pull away from the ears. Continue to breathe. Another breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down, forward fold. So your feet are about 6 distance apart. You can take that same arm variation if you'd like. You're lifting the hands up and low back. Let the shoulders open up. And gently release your hands down and let's lower down to a deep squat. So bring your feet sort of to the edges of your hands. Your hands stay down connected to the floor too, and just rock from side to side. So if this doesn't feel good, we can always just come into like a wide fold. You can stay lifted more through the hips. Cool. We'll come right back into a forward fold. So put the hands on the floor, lift the hips up, and walk the feet in so they're hip distance. All right. Let's come into some half sun salutations. So, soft bend through the knees, press through your feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Let the fingertips come to your shins. Again, back of the neck is nice and long. Squeeze the belly button towards the spine. Shoulders are pulling away from the ears. Exhale and fold. And let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift halfway.
Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Heart is pulling forward, pulling back. Exhale, fold. And now let's really press through the feet, rise all the way up to stand. So rise all the way up. Let the arms sweep up, maybe the hips press forward. Exhale, fold forward. Heart leads the way and bend your knees. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Breath in, rise up to stand. Let those shoulders roll up and back, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. And again, inhale, lift halfway, warming our bodies up. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach towards the ceiling. Great, exhale, fold. Stay in your forward fold and let's come into gorilla pose. So for gorilla pose, bend your knees a lot, slip your palms underneath the soles of your feet. So the toes are up to the crease on your wrist. And you can do this. Like if you bend your knees enough, you really can get those hands underneath the feet and it feels so great. Yeah, so bend your knees a lot. Let it feel good so your rib cage is almost just settling right on the top of your thighs. And let your head go. Shake it, yes. Shake it, no. Yeah, shake it, yes. Okay. And gently release the hands. Place them down on the ground and step back to a high plank. So for a high plank, we can always modify with knees down. Just like in our tabletop, we want to be pressing the earth away from us, back of the neck is long. We're almost lifting our hamstrings up towards the ceiling. We're engaging our core. And so we're going to shift our body weight forward on an inhale. So kind of roll forward on the tippy toes. And exhale back. So we're just shifting a couple inches. 2 more times. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale back. Drop your knees. And drop your hips. I'm kind of sweating. Soften through your elbows and roll from side to side. Come back towards center, and on an inhale, press through the hands and just lift a bit. Open up the front of the body. And exhale. Let's shift back to downward facing dog. Touch your toes under. Bend your hips back and up towards the ceiling. And find a nice stance that you feel good in. So good distance between your hands and your feet. It'll look different for everyone. All different heights and have different flexibility. So the hands and feet are hip width distance apart. Really spread your fingertips. And press your chest back towards your side. Let your head drop. Really ground down through the ball of each foot. Bend one knee, straighten the other. And let your hips roll from side to side. We will bring our right foot forward. We're going to come to warrior 2. So however you need to get that right foot up. Right foot is at 12 o'clock. We're going to spin our back foot down. So the left foot is almost parallel with the back edge of the mat. Your back leg is working towards straight, and there is a great bend in your front right knee. Your knee's right over the ankle, and if you feel it caving in towards the middle, really ground down through your right foot and work this knee so it stays stacked right over your ankle. And reach those arms out, warrior 2. Your shoulders are stacked right over your hips. And we're just gently reaching it again here, cue to the ring finger on each hand. Really silent, see if you can lengthen out there. We're going to press through our feet and rise up, reach the arms up above our head, breath in. Exhale, breath out, sink down, really press into your feet. And again, inhale, reset. This dynamic movement doesn't feel good on you or your knees. You can stay right in warrior two. One more time, inhale, reset. And exhale, warrior. Let's reverse. So for reverse, you can stay, keep your bend in your front leg. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach your right arm up and down. As you exhale, bring yourself into a side angle. So your right elbow comes to your right thigh. Reach the left arm up. So depending on how open the hips are, this pose might look different for all of us, and some days it might feel different on you. So come on back, up to the feet, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm over. We're going to come right into a low lunge. So onto the ball of the back foot, both hands framing your front foot. Rock your back knee. Walk your right foot out to the right edge and bring both of your hands on the inside of the right foot. So we'll come into deepest lunge. So this is a nice opening in the hip and the adductors. So if this feels like a stretch for you, you can definitely stay here for a deeper stretch. You can drop down to your forearms. If you want a deeper stretch in the forearms, don't reach down to the floor quite yet. This is a great place for a block, yoga block. Or for now, you can even use the floor if you've got one of those. If you drop down to your forearms, you're maybe now feeling a stretch through the quadricep on your left leg. And bring your hands back to the down middle, and go back to upside plank. So you can make this as challenging or as easy as you want to. So take these back toes under, lift this your back leg. Press into your hands and hover this right foot up off the mat. And ever slowly send it back by plank. And then just for fun, let's drop our knees down, swing your hips. And just motion a little bit from side to side. All right, from here, let's press back downward facing dog. Tabletop is always a great option for downward facing dog if that doesn't feel good. So from our downward facing dog, step your left foot forward between the two hands and build your warrior two. So there's definitely no rush here. We want your front foot, the heel of the front foot to be right in line with the arch of the back foot. That's the alignment for warrior two. So a nice bend for our knee. We don't want our front knee over our ankle. So find a good placement there. Really press into the feet. And then reach the hands. Notice if you're really reaching forward, we want the shoulders right over the hips. It's easy for me to see. I can just see myself when I notice that. Okay, so let's do some movement here. A nice breath in, inhale, reach and lengthen up. And exhale. Really press through the feet. Again, inhale, reach up. Nice. Exhale, sink back, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lower down, warrior two. Relax the shoulders. The gaze can be over the front middle finger. And so the gaze is just super important. So often if we're in a balancing pose or any sort of pose and our eyes are like darting around, it can kind of distract us and our mind starts to get distracted. And then we get taken out of the present moment. Let's inhale, flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. Great stretch all the way through this side body. Okay, side angle. Bring your left elbow gently resting on the left side. So we're still using lots of core work here as reach your right hand up towards the chin. Reach those fingertips. Press into your feet, shift back, warrior two. We're going to come into our high lunge and come into our deepest lunge. So inhale, flip to a ball. So we're going to hand to either side of this left foot, onto the ball of the back foot, and shift the hips so that they face down. Start walking your left foot out to the left edge of the mat, both hands on the inside of your left foot. And drop your back knee. Option to drop down to your forearms. Yeah, this feels great for the hips. So opening, you can look over the left shoulder, look over the right shoulder. And we'll find our way back to high plank. So again, your choice. You could roll back to cow pose right now if you wanted to. But if you'd like to keep going, tuck this back foot under, lift your back knee, both hands down on the floor. Really press the hands into the mat. Hover the left foot up off the ground. Keep breathing, use your core. Slowly send it back. High plank. And let's stay for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, drop the knees and roll it. We will come into our last downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. So we're just here for a breath. We want to bring our feet forward and find our way down onto our back. So you can walk forward, step forward, or you can bend your knees and jump to the top of your mat. And lower down. Where you go down all the way, let's do some ab work. We'll come into boat pose. And whatever you have to tell yourself to get through this pose, you can tell myself, I love boat pose, I love boat pose. So go ahead and lift up. So flex the feet, lift them up, kind of puffing the chest up and out, lifting the chin. And if you'd like, hands can grab right under your knees. Also more of a challenge, you can lift the arms up. And then more of a challenge, work on straightening through the legs. Then we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower all the way down to the full body stretch. If you've got the room, arms up overhead, breath in. Exhale, breath out. Let's find our way back up to boat. Lauren, get up. We're going to do that one more time, just so you know. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly down. Let it feel good. Full body stretch, breath in. And bring it up. Last boat. There we go. Cool. And if you have to grab under the knees, maybe straighten out a leg. We're almost to the cool down. 3, 2. And lower down, come right into waterfall. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. Nice. Hopefully you guys are feeling good over there. Bend your knees and your feet to the floor. Feet to the edges of your mat and let your knees hold one another up. And then again, just open this up and fold your feet together and let your knees fall wide. It's the Baddha-Konasana. Great pose to stack pillows underneath your knees. And hug your knees into your chest. We'll come to recline pigeon. So drop your feet to the floor. They're about hip width distance apart, and cross your right ankle over the left knee. So we'll just stay here for a moment for a deeper stretch. Hug your left thigh into your body. And find your way out of this and switch your sides. And then when you're feeling satisfied with that, go ahead and lay your legs out nice and long. Come into a final rest pose, so always an option for spinal twist here. If you'd like, you can have the right shoulder over. If you're ready, you can come right into the final resting pose. So there's an option for you to, stay in this final resting pose 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. And it's always great to really end the practice with this pose. A lot of times it can get stiff, but it's just still great. So let yourself fully soften, close the eyes down. We'll just stay here for a minute. Focus on the breath. And notice if there's tension or really holding on, like the ankles will open. Maybe face up towards the ceiling with the fingers going in towards the wrist. And just like how we started, deep breath into the nose, hold the breath at the top, you can. And then even longer exhale slowly up to the mouth. Exhale, breath in. Full breath into the nose. And a longer. And then in your way, find your way up to comfortable seated position. And when we get to that comfortable seated position, feel the ease and length and the nice movement that you have created. Inhale, lift the arms up high towards the ceiling. Squeeze the palms together and bring the thumb knuckles to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Up the chin a bit. May you invite in peace, love, joy, and ease. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. Thank you for joining Dad, who I think is pitch black at this point. Great. So if anyone ever watches these on YouTube, you can always hop onto a live class. Feel free to ask me any questions. And I teach every Monday night, 6 to 6:45 p.m. So thank you all for joining, and I'll see you next time.